are looking at this use of the word festival, saying, well, actually, we're going to all be in the dark. I guess, is it something to celebrate if it works?
No, we did not say it will be a load shedding festival. It will be a maintenance festival, because when it is a long weekend, like it is going to be a long weekend this weekend, we use less electricity as South Africa because people are not at work. So more power is used when people are at work than when they're at home. So when people are not using a lot of electricity, we will have a lot of headroom to do as much maintenance as possible without load shedding. So it is not a load shedding festival, it is a maintenance festival. It is because the engineers are excited that they'll be able to go in and switch off some of the generators without causing load shedding, because during the weekend we will be using less electricity for a longer period, which is over a long weekend rather than just 2 days.
Okay, so it's a good time to do it, and that is
good. It's a good time to do maintenance. It's a good time to do maintenance without load shedding.
This is all in preparation for winter. Based on your briefings over the weekend, do you know yet what sort of winter we're looking at? How long, how deep the load shedding could be?
It is difficult to predict, and it is a function of how we also use electricity as consumers. It is a function of how we will be able to save electricity from utilizing the switching off the appliances that we don't need, switching off the lights that we don't need, because winter is a difficult period. But we have two, what the engineers call maintenance festivals, two of them in two weekends that follow each other. It will be this weekend and next weekend. So they will do as much maintenance as possible and prepare us for winter, and hopefully we can sail smooth through winter, but that cannot be guaranteed. It will depend on how we are using the electricity during winter.
Of course, we won't be in the clear until we have more power in the grid. Are these reports true about Medupi and Kusile only being ready by 2021, which does seem to be pushing it out a little bit more? Have you been briefed about further delays?
Yes, at the rate that we're going, those are the dates, and they are long overdue, partly because of labor unrest. In fact, as we talk, we have a strike by the workers of the contractors that have contracted to Transnet at Medupi as we speak. So there is no work that is taking place because of the strike. But we hope that we'll be able to go there, negotiate, talk to the contractors and the workers, get back to work, and hopefully we can bring those dates forward by accelerating some of the activities at the construction sites.
Can you get involved in those worker disputes? We've heard before from Eskom that these are workers working for contractors to Eskom. So Eskom has to take a backseat role, or can you really get in there and try and resolve this?
We can only try and in a collegial fashion try and talk to the unions and the contractors to solve their issues. We should be and are trying to be careful not to impose on ourselves additional liabilities and make promises to the workers that are over and above our contractual obligations. So that is something that we would have to tread carefully on, that we do not increase the costs that are already running by agreeing to demands that are going to increase our obligations or on issues that actually were not our issues but are the issues of the private sector contractors that are there.
Mr. Molefe, a lot of analysts believe that what's gone wrong at Medupi is not the contractors, they're good people who were contracted in, but maybe the project management, the coordination of all these different parts. I've heard reports of even different parts of the unit that don't fit together. Are you going to look at the way this project has been managed, maybe learning from Transnet?
Yes, indeed. I mean, the NMPP was a great project to be involved in, where one had an opportunity over a 4-year period to see what happened, what was happening, how is it being executed, and we will be bringing some of the learnings from projects like the National Multi-Product Pipeline to Kusile and Medupi, and we intend to go in there and try and understand what the real issues are from a project management point of view, as well as from a labor and contract management point of view.
Finally, you've looked at some of the finances. You've been speaking about those. A lot of talk today about these municipalities that owe Eskom billions. And you were proposing something alternative in Parliament. Just lay out your plans there.
Well, the idea would be that we bypass the municipalities that owe money and provide electricity directly to the households and businesses on a prepaid basis. And in that way, at least the debt of those municipalities does not increase as it is increasing at the moment. And at least we do not have to switch off electricity to households and customers that have actually been paying their accounts, because it was the payment of the money over to Eskom by the municipalities that did not happen. It does not mean that everybody in those municipalities had not been paying electricity. So the idea would be that Eskom provides electricity to those households directly. In that way, we can avoid switching them off completely.
All right, thank you very much. We'll follow the progress. That was Eskom's acting CEO, Molefe, from our studio in